Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll go over the lore of how the map went to this. This map I created for 2038. And we'll start at the beginning of what happened first. Well, so this is where we start at the Russia-Ukrainian conflict. And it's not a win by any means. But it's still nonetheless a victory. Not the victory Russia would have been hoping for. But they don't secure any natural defenses, they just secure more land. But it's not just them. Countries get involved because, in this scenario, I'm going to tell you it. Well, it's not the most realistic, but it has realism. In the first year, Russia's struggling to advance. Russia manages to start advancing. Western nations fear a Ukrainian takeover. Romania, Poland, and Hungary end up turning on Ukraine, which isn't unrealistic, but is unlikely. And they all turn. Expansionism is in their blood, I guess. But they're not really on the same side, so it's pretty bad of an idea for me to highlight it the same. With Odessa falling, Ukraine about to allow a peace treaty. With Ukraine seeing there's no chance of victory at this point, they give up. And this is where a peace treaty happens. The Treaty of Minsk is signed, leading to the partition of Ukraine. Change, which was the Ukraine change, has happened. But now, the Baltics change soon. But there's one thing before some of these changes actually take effect. And yeah, Russia goes to war with Belarus after Belarus refused to join Russia. Poland, not wanting to see all of it fall to Russia, once they see Russia's going to win this, they kind of enter the war, guys, with the idea of protecting Poles in Belarus. They say we'll protect the Polish people in Belarus, whatever that's supposed to mean, but anyways. And they say we don't want Russian expansionism. And look at them, about to create the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. But don't buy that. It's not like they're doing anything wrong. Or immoral. They're doing everything right, right? What's right, what's wrong anymore? Nobody even knows. But anyways, let's see what happened in this peace treaty. A lot. But Benelux, at this point, decides to unite. Baltica unites. Poland unites with Lithuania. And that's all the unifications for now. And Montenegro unites with Serbia at this point. And it's about 2028 happen. But Russian expansionism doesn't stop here. No. But do you even think it does ever stop? Well, probably not. But Russia expands into Finland. Really, Russia? You think that's a good idea? Literally. You know how that went last time, Russia? Very good. And that's very humor. A lot of humor. But they do really good in Finland. They invade in the north almost successfully, the south successfully. As you can tell, I'm being a bit ironic. But they manage to get to these lakes, around a few, take over a few lakes. But at the end of the day, it's pretty hard to supply around every lake. And I'm thinking, we're doing a good choice by invading Finland. Finland's saying, the North Front. Well, the North Front failed. Russia has no fronts except the Southern Front. This front starts to stall out, and then it starts failing as Finland gets resources from Norway, Sweden, and Germany. By Germany, Germany has just become an imperial government with elections voting in the imperialist party, which doesn't exist. I should have told you about the formation of it, which is led by someone that resembles another guy. Let's see, Finland now signs a peace treaty, which they gain lands Sweden and Finland, Norway, and Denmark, and Iceland about a unification. The German, imperial party demands, before this happens, Denmark gives them southern lands. And the agreement's made for their unification at this point, and they unify. Balkans breaking out right after, a Croatian annexation of Slovenia, with it being called the Partition of Bosnia. But somebody intervenes and they gain land out of it, but not much. but intervened nonetheless, not to liberate Bosnia, but for their own. That shouldn't have happened, but anyways, I can fix the color of it with one, like, swoop, I think, and just say that they already taken this out. With Bosnia in shock, with Srpskan rebellions happening, Croatian rebellions, big invasion to change the government because Croatia and, well, Serbia don't like the government. With what's his name? Oh yeah, Hungary is like, oh, this is a good chance to get land. With them invading northern Serbia and northern Croatia, Slovenia. They managed to take borderlands, I guess you could call it. And they managed to take like this. And they agreed to peace because they said, well, we just wanted to unite our people, kind of like you guys. So, like, well, we're doing the same thing, same reason. Now, this is soon. Well, and during the same time frame, well, somebody, I'm going to call him, well, the Imperial Germany, well, decides to do this. Switzerland's still neutral. Interesting. And now for two in England, a coup d'etat. Well, basically, Ireland's troops march in, and quickly they capture Northern Ireland. Scotland declares independence. Wales declares independence. And the English commune is formed. Yep, a coup happens. That's what happened to England. They became the English commune. But then another coup happens, bring back their government, but like at this point they're so unstable they can't even function as a nation. And at this point, the Roman nations unite, and Italy agrees to sell some borderlands to Germany. But keep in mind, look, this map isn't like the exact same. Wait, it is, but look, as you can see, it's a bit like not exactly the same size layers. I just realized. It's kind of a problem, but it's not that big of a deal. We're still making the same scenario, right? And now let's see the border change. Things they probably shouldn't be at, like invading countries. The Arab countries are now entering negotiations about uniting. With Israel finally destroying Palestine forever, and their international backers, most of them, leave backing them, except the US. But the US isn't on this map, which is pretty bad. But, like, it's their fault, I guess. With them meeting their goals of annexing the Kurd lands, but now their next goal is to take Baghdad, to force them into treaties, and eventually they do force them into treaties. Which these treaties are fully in favor of Turkey. But Saudi intervenes and demands unifications with what they don't annex. And Turkey's like, sure, as long as you don't invade me, a non-aggression pact will do, and we can give you it. Which is agreed upon, a non-aggression pact. And, well, Egypt, Algeria, and Morocco, with the people demanding unification with the Arab Union. And then there's votes held in some countries, which will include, well, Libya, which votes to join, and Tunisia. A few riots happen after the unification, and a few attacks. Terror attacks. But, overall, it went good. With Bulgaria demanding Romanian and Greek lands. With Greece declaring war on them. Some declaring war on North Macedonia. This is basically the Greek War. Greek War, where Greece, after refusing to give up lands to Bulgaria, along with Northern Macedonia, which is thinks that the Bulgarian demands is a bit, like, extreme. Turkey's still considering what they were demanded, but, like, yeah. Bulgaria ends up in a Balkan War. With the help of Greece and Northern Macedonia. Well, Bulgaria is pushed to the brink. Romania is considering joining, but decides at this point it's probably a bad idea. Romania decide, well, it's not that much land they're demanding, and plus they're losing already. So if they do lose, and they're about to collapse, well, we will do that. With an invasion of Kosovo and Albania by Serbia, but like, yeah. Hungary's waiting for a war with Romania, basically. With Hungary voting against allowing Czechoslovakia unless they get concessions. But the war is getting even worse. As Greece has been pushed back in the south, and a meetup in northern Macedonia has been achieved. With them agreeing to send peace negotiations at this point, but kind of not going so far. But let's see how the peace treaty goes, because we're kind of left with just the last part of this map that needs to change is the Balkans and Poland's border. So let's see how the peace treaty goes. And do you think it was too harsh, or do you think it was a fair treaty? Give me your opinion. Teaming up against an alliance. An alliance is formed between Hungary, Bulgaria, and Germany. And against them stands Poland, Slovakia, and Romania stands against them right after they do this. They form a coalition, and they go after these nations. With this being a big change to how the power has been spread throughout the continent for years. With this being described by the Roman Federation and, Britain as imperialism at its finest. They don't do anything. Just speak. Because that's what Britain and France does. They just speak. No. But anyways, they could. And Germany moves into Poland with the goal of capturing the capital city. With Hungary rolling into southern Slovakia, where there's Hungarians pretty well. And southern Romania is invaded by Bulgaria. But with Romania making an offensive itself, and moving into southern Hungary in this region, holding the front line. With Poland, Lithuania being people revolting because its economy is falling apart. With Slovakia collapsing to Hungary. Czechia excited to make Czechoslovakia. They were told if they stayed out, they would get what was left of Slovakia. With Poland losing its capital, Warsaw, Poland, Lithuania gets pushed all the way back by Germany. At this point, it just surrenders, with Romania being left to defend for itself, with this allowing a Bulgarian offensive into the south, a Hungarian and German offensive, and yeah, that's all that. This is the last part of the video, with them not liking imperialism for some reason. With Romania probably collapsing at this point, and everybody goes to the Treaty of Bucharest. Wait, I forgot some of the treaties that were called. But anyways, let's go to the Treaty of Bucharest. And that's how the peace treaties went. With lots of annexations of land happening, big changes, and that's the lore of the map I made. And Germany's imperial at this point, the Roman Republic, Roman Federation. England fell apart in a coup d'etat and lost land. Scandinavia united after the Russia War. But Germany bought some land. They also bought land from Italy. They annexed Austria and annexed parts of Poland and demanded war reparations and such. Hungary became stronger, and Romania became weaker but still stronger than at the beginning of the video. That's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys! I hope you enjoyed today's video. Wild Mapper out!